Good morning, everyone. For anyone who doesn't know, I am Nada Young, and that was extremely loud. And I help people who help people. All right, so I'm gonna just tell y'all right on up ahead, right from the jump, right from the beginning, okay? Today, we are getting into some really technical stuff. Like, I'm going to be breaking down all the things. I'm going to be giving y'all some of the tools. I'm going to be giving y'all some of the stuff that I use every day. So, listen, if you ever had questions about how to find your audience, where they are, what they doing, I don't know who my audience is. I'm going to tell y'all right now, up front, up ahead, you won't have that excuse no more after this. That excuse gonna be over with. All right. All right. So let's jump in it. So now, when you're thinking about your target audience and you're thinking about who they are, what they want, the thing that a lot of people tell you to think about, right, is demographics, male, female, age, that kind of thing, the whole avatar thing, right? But today, this particular day, what I want you to think about is, what are they asking? Okay, what are they asking? As an example, you want to find people who are looking for you. You want people to find you who are looking for you. As an example, we have Alicia here who has a clothing company, right? So when people are looking for the things you sell, like as an example, blue and white dress, you want them to be able to find you if you have that blue and white dress, right? Then if people are looking for kind of like a faith-based blend to therapy TK, you want them to be able to find you in that instant, right? So you want people to find you when they're looking for what you're asking. The vet for you, that would be marketing, that kind of thing, right? So you want them to be able to find you when they're asking those questions. If you notice, a lot of bigger companies like Macy's, they name their stuff the generic names because that's how people find them. HubSpot does a really good job of making blogs and that kind of thing in order for people to be able to find them, right? They create content based on the questions that their audience is asking. Now, how do you figure out what your particular audience is asking? Wow, guys, I'm glad you asked. So, one thing that I use quite often is called Also Asked. Okay. It's alsoasked.com. All right. Again, you won't have that excuse. You go in Also Asked, you put in a question that people often ask you, and then it'll show you other things that those people are asking, other things that they're looking for, other questions that they have. So, what does that mean? That means that now you have a way to reach these people. Okay. Now, number one way to answer these questions is through SEO or on your website. That way, because when people are Googling something, they're actively looking for the answers to their questions. Does that make sense? Now, social media is another good way to answer these questions. Um, because people often don't sometimes they don't know they're looking for something even though they are looking for it. I hope that makes sense. So as an example, if I'm on social media and I am following all of these dietitians and I am following a lot of nutritionists and I'm trying to get help with getting healthy, um I may not even know it, But I may be looking for you in teaching me how to work out or teaching me how to exercise. I hope that makes sense. So people who are related to what you do, but don't do exactly what you do necessarily. Y'all let me know if y'all are catching this or if I'm in like way left field. All right. The comments, the chat is open. Um, so yeah. Okay, I see a thumbs up. Cool, cool. All right, so now also ask another good one is called Answer the Public. Answer the Public is similar. Um you type in your topic or your product and it'll give you questions that people ask about it. Okay? So you want to make sure that you are going in and you're putting in uh all of the things like all the different things that your people could be searching for when they search for you, right? Like going back to my example of the dietitians, right? How to get healthy. They may be searching for yoga, they may be searching for strength, they may be searching for diets. They may be searching for recipes. So all the things related, I would definitely start looking into um, literally everything. And then answering those questions with my content, answering those questions with um, the people that I choose to partner with, answering those questions through literally everything because these are the people you want to talk to. So you want to make sure that um you want to make sure that you're communicating with them in everything you say. All right. Okay, so now I'm gonna bring y'all on for our daily Q&A. Y'all ready? Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, TK. Good morning, Yvette. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool, cool. Devet, I can see you, but I can't hear you. All right, so Alicia, TK,
Can you hear
everybody,
me
y'all
now?
let me know what questions y'all have this morning. What y'all thinking about, what we're talking about so far, that kind of thing.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Mhm. Can you hear me now?
Can y'all hear me?
Can you hear me? No.
Let's see. I don't know what's going on this morning. Alicia says she can hear me. Okay, cool. So I don't know. I can't hear y'all. Haha, because I'm slow and I have my computer on mute. Sorry, guys. Okay, do y'all have any questions about anything we talked about today? Okay, the vet says she can hear me. So, Alicia, I'm gonna put you on blast because last week when we talked, I know you had kind of tapped on this about like how can you figure out what questions um they're asking. What do you think? What are your thoughts? TK, I know you were trying to kind of switch gears and um answer some new questions. Did this help? The vet, I know you're just getting started. Let me know.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Can you hear me? Cause I'm not talking really loud. Hold on, let me close. Hold on. Try not
I
to
can hear
wake
you.
up my midgets.
I get that.
Um, um, no, when you first introduced the subject, that was the first thing I thought about was SEO,
Mm,
and I think that's one thing that people don't really um talk about a lot. You hear it mentioned, but it's never really discussed. Um, how to build SEO and how to build more backlinks.
mm,
Um, but that's a good place to start. I've never heard of those two websites. Um, but that is driving me to really because that's one thing in my business that what when my business is weak is my SEO, and I try to one I didn't know about those websites. So what I was doing was just going on to Google and just typing in. I guess technically you would call them questions, right? And just seeing what
mm.
would come up, and then I would word that into my descriptions of my products to try to rank higher. But that's something that I would like to know more about. Building up my
So
SEO.
yeah, so you know, having them having them as a description is a good place to start. You also want to make sure that so you want to have it a little hack for Apple users, iPhone users. If you put it in the information of your photos as well, that'll also add to uh, your search engine optimization.
Okay. Okay. I also that also made me think about something I found out like 2 weeks ago because I've been trying to build traffic on Pinterest.
Hmm.
Um, and Pinterest is already like well, pretty much is a search engine, and
Hmm.
they didn't have. I didn't know anything about the questions. I'm so glad I learned that today. But they had. I found this one video, and Pinterest has a set of things that their customer looks for. And so that's how people name their boards on Pinterest.
Right.
Um, so that you already are naming your board, your product, what people are looking for. So that's I gotta figure out how to really target down my target audience now based on what people are asking.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Um, have you ever used Google Trends?
No, and I really do need to get into Google Trends. I need to write that down.
Try Google Trends. It'll show you how popular a particular search is, as well as uh, if and what else other people are searching for, like things that are related. So definitely give that a shot. Nicola Vet DK, please hop in. Let me know what y'all are thinking, where y'all are. TK, how you feeling?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. What's up?
Okay. Thank the Lord. So I was thinking, like, I'm not 100% sure what questions, because, like, I know some of the SEO stuff that people look for when they look for me, like Black therapists, Black mental health, but I'm kind of draw a blank after that.
Okay. So let me ask you this. What is the number one question that your ideal or clients ask you? And
I
if they haven't asked you yet, I would say then what is a question that you think they would have for you often?
Okay. So one of the things, once I explain what I do, the number one question is, well, how do I do that?
Uh,
Like I want to do that. I'm stuck. So how do I get unstuck? I think that's the number one question that I get is how do I do that? And how do I get unstuck? Like, how do I change my thinking? So I guess it would center maybe around breaking habits, new habit formation, um, changing my thinking, those sort of things, I think.
so in their exact words, right? Do they say, how do I get unstuck?
Yes.
Okay, so the same things they're asking you are probably things that they're Googling. How do I get unstuck in blank? You see what I'm saying? So you do have the questions. It's just a matter of now using them for in a different way. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, is TK? I want to ask a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Um, okay, so when I get a chance to go on these sites and check them out, and I can start coming up with these questions. How do I build that into my marketing and my advertising? How do I use that to outside of SEO, just my marketing to my target audience?
Okay. Oh, I love that. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna give you guys an example, right? So for me, if hold on, I'm gonna look one up real quick. So again, I guess going back to the health and wellness example, right? Um, so if I typed in good diets, right? Like if I'm looking for a good diet, the thing I might be looking for um are the best diets, um what are some good diet foods, diets where food is provided. These are the questions. These are the things that are coming up when I'm looking. When I'm looking this up, I just literally typed in good diet. Why a good diet is important. What are some good diets? Are diets unhealthy? Which diets are best for you? Et cetera, right? So, like, I would, as taking continuing down that road, if I were on TikTok, I would go, those little how they do the little things where they go like this. I don't know what they're called, but I'll take an odd whatever type of audio and count them out. Right, these are the best diets for you. Answering that question. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're not what um what I would suggest, I would say at the end, I would say, but this is the one I teach about, right? Follow me for more. Does that make sense? And that would lead people to following me, which would eventually lead them to joining my course or buying my product or my group or whatever the case may be.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
So in other words, you're saying to build content around the questions, around the information, but making sure to include some kind of call to action at the end?
Yes. So people often, so I would say yes, and you do want to include a call to action. Do you have to do it every single time? Yes. I was gonna say it depends, but the truth is, yes, you want to include a call to action every time. It's just a matter of what type of call to action that depends, right? So sometimes you may want to include a call to action to follow you. Sometimes you may want to include a call to action to purchase. I would say as far as purchasing goes, I would do maybe one every third or so post. But to follow or like or whatever the case may be, um, probably would do that every other post.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So now y'all know we gotta get into our list. So big three. How have y'all been doing with that?
I got a big one.
Oh my goodness. Okay, how's it going?
um, I guess it's going. It's going. Can I be honest, like super transparent?
But always.
Okay. I got some strengths, right?
Mhm.
When it comes to this business stuff. Sometimes I have to remind myself that I'm still learning, right? I don't want to make excuses for myself. Well, sometimes I do, but that's not very helpful. Um, but as far as like me, my personality, who I am,
Mhm.
like in school, I was the kid. Like if the teacher was like, "Okay, guys, we're gonna do a group project today. We're gonna group you five together. Alicia, you, and you, right?" And I get in my group and I'll be like, "Look, guys, I got this project. I'm just gonna do the whole thing, and then we're just all gonna get an A." Cause I hate working with other people. I hate it so bad. I hate having to depend on someone else for my outcome. Like I'll just do
Mhm.
it the whole thing. Like even when I want to, like, oh yeah, I want to find a content buddy and we work together and create some content. I will suggest it and then find a way to get out of it, because I think I have social anxiety, and then I have like a fear of like me getting an A depending on you doing your research. Like, oh no, we're not gonna do that. I'll do the whole thing. So I need to like learn how to, one, work with other people, and then two, trust them with what I'm doing.
Mm.
And that ain't my strength at all. And it's so sad, because you really need, I don't even like saying it. You need other people. That's so
So
bad.
let me ask you this. Why do you feel like you can't depend on other people?
Um, that's probably something I need to ask TK, huh?
She
I
can answer for you.
I don't know. I just sometimes people don't take things seriously, and I'm super serious. I'm super like, I don't know. Like sometimes they can be really nonchalant, and
Mhm.
sometimes I don't like other people's processes. Like, oh yeah, I'll do it. I'm like, when? How? Oh yeah, I'm not really a planner. You're not a what? You don't. Okay. So
So you
that's
want those people to be like you.
exactly, and that's terrible, because everybody is themselves, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. So I did find one person who seems like we work together well. But that's something that when you talk about finding out, well, I definitely don't got 8, but 3. That's what's hindering me, is I don't work very well with other people. Um, and just anxiety, like I get nervous.
So let me ask you this. How can you find people that you work well with if you don't even give them the opportunity to work with you?
You probably can't. Probably definitely can't. So I just need to try. Ugh.
Okay, so let's think about it the other way around, right?
Okay.
Everybody here was approached by me. Well, almost everybody here was approached by me, right?
Okay.
Now, imagine if I would have said, you know, I really want to talk to Alicia, but I just, I don't see it. Like, I work well with other people.
Mhm.
Like, I really don't.
Mhm. Okay, I get you. I get you. I need to get out my own head. Okay. Mm.
Get out your head and on your feet.
Yeah.
Get
Okay.
out of your head and onto your feet. Because here's the thing, I'm gonna tell you right now, there are gonna be some people that you don't work well with, and you're gonna be like, "Ooh, hell no, that was not the move." And they are not the person, okay? Like there are gonna be some of them people who you are just like, you know what? Mm-mm. How that little thing go? Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
There are gonna be some of them, and that is okay because if you think about it, it's just like anything else. Nothing is perfect. You won't get it right every time. You won't always have the right pick. But when you don't, guess what? You just pick again.
Okay.
You just pick again.
I will absolutely keep that in mind when I attempt to reach out and work with other people to get out of my own head and get moving.
Right now, I'm gonna be looking for you to So how many did you get last week? How far did you get?
I have one. I have a big one.
Hey,
It's a
well, one
social
is better
group.
than none.
Yeah, it's a social group, and I did reach out to her. She has her own business, and then she is a part of a team that has this big social group. So we've been talking, and again, that's like a big step for me because oh no, I got two. Excuse
Okay.
me, I forgot. But see, she reached out to me. I didn't reach out to her, but I mean, yeah.
Hey, listen, the way I feel too is two.
Okay. She wants to get some of my pieces and advertise them in a group, something similar to this,
Mm.
but it's more fashion based. And she said that when she
That's
goes live
good.
on in her group on Fridays, she's gonna wear my pieces. So
Okay. And
okay,
look at you saying you don't work well with people. Sound like you working well enough to me.
okay, well maybe I do. Dang it. Okay, well
And
that was
then
on my
you know,
two.
today just keep going.
Yeah.
All right, TK. I know you was kind of off last week, but what's going on with you?
Yeah, I have not reached out to the folks yet because of the surgery I just had. So I haven't quite been mentally all there from
Yeah.
payments and stuff. So um, the plan is to reach out next week when I feel like I'm more. No, I did reach out to one. Reached out to an agency for a networking thing that I'm doing with something else. So I'm building the skill. I just haven't necessarily done it with my business per se.
All right, now building the skill is cool and cute and all,
Right,
but
right.
you know what's up.
All right. I think, like when we talked the other day, I think I've really been giving more thought about the types of questions that my folks ask me, so that I also get an idea of who else I should be working with. So
Mm.
looking at what it is that I provide, because one of the things you said last week was you don't necessarily want to work with the same people who are doing the same thing, but who
Mm-hmm.
um, might hit at another area that I work with. So for me, I know I'm mental health. I bring faith and science together. And so I have a holistic approach. So that might mean working with people in financial, like it's just coming to me right now, because there are whole 8 dimensions of wellness that we focus on or we should focus on. So maybe targeting people in those 8 dimensions, 8 different dimensions. So creativity, financial, because this is something that I teach in my program. So yeah.
All right, now I'm gonna be looking for you to have at least one next week.
I have it.
All right, I'm gonna hold you to it. Alicia, what you got by next week?
Okay, wait, see, okay, so that goes back to the young lady who reached out to me. Now I did the initial she asked me to call her, right? I was dealing with some stuff and I didn't. So I called her
Mm.
finally a few days ago. She's like, "Yeah, I've been waiting on you. I think God is he's getting ready to expand your business and things like that."
Mm.
And then she told me her plan that's what she wanted to do with me, right? And then I never
Mm.
heard back from her again. And my mind will be like, "See, this is why." So I guess I need to follow up with her. My other question is, how do you figure out who? Like, how do you? I guess choose? Like, how do you even begin to think about who I want to work with, who I want to collab with?
Who do you look up to in business?
Oprah,
Huh?
Beyonce. Oprah and Beyonce.
Oprah and Beyonce. Okay. Now, who who do you sell to in business?
Um, plus size women.
Okay, plus size women. That could be a lot. They got a lot of different kind of plus size women, and I promise you, don't sell to all of them.
Mm-mm.
Because I know some plus size women who don't go nowhere unless they in a big shirt and shorts and sneakers. And I know some other plus size women who walk out stepping, okay? And I know some other plus size women who it just depend on the day. You might catch them looking ratchet and you might catch them in a bonnet. So it just depends. So you know, tell me about the people that you sell to.
Well, okay, so I sell to, of course, plus size women, and they're usually from ages like 20 to 55.
Don't put it
Um,
like this. Don't put an age on it. Put a stage on it. What are they doing? What do they like? How do they have fun? Right. So, like as an
okay,
example, if the people that you sell to, they buy clothes from you to go to the club, then I will be partnering with club promoters. I'll be partnering with, you see what I'm saying? If
okay,
they buy clothes from you and like they conduct business, then I will be partnering with people like me. I will be partnering with, you see what I'm saying? Like,
okay,
if they buy clothes from you, like if they do business, I'll be partnering with people like Nicolette. If they partnering with you to if they purchase from you to go to work, I will be partnering with people like resume writers or career coaches, or you see what I'm saying?
I got you. Okay.
So what do they buy from you for? What is the occasion? What do they enjoy doing? That kind of thing.
I
Am
think
I
most of
making
my
sense?
customers purchase from me for events. And then a lot of people purchase for, it's like so polar opposite, either events or everyday clothes. Like either I want to get super dressed up or I just want to be really basic and cute. So
Okay.
okay, that, yeah, I got you. I got you.
So people I would talk to, you just said events. So the first thing that came to my mind is event planners. At
Mm.
events, you know who else is there? Photographers. Um, you see what I'm
Okay,
saying?
because that's a big one. I get a lot of photographers who see, but it's always them doing the reaching, and it needs to be more of me doing the reaching. Like, okay, now you took me back because when I first started doing this, girl, I was reaching out to every damn body. I don't know what happened. Okay, I'm figured out. I got it. I got you. Thank you. Thank you.
The word of the day, the phrase of the day is keep going. You got this. Get back into it.
Okay. Okay.
You know what to do. You just ain't doing it. But it's okay. I'm gonna let you slide right now. But that ends in like about 2 minutes when we get off this live. Nicolette, what you got?
What are we saying? Like who we gonna collab with?
Yeah, so we're talking about so last week we kind of talked about collaboration and like different partnerships we can create. Um and so we're talking about how that's been going. I know it's been a minute,
Hmm.
but tell me where you are, what you got going on, or what anything you need help with, and then we can kind of get going from there.
I have been collabing with different women in different industries so that I can introduce myself to their audience and explain what my business does. last week I was on a podcast, Beanie Expressions or something like that. She's international. She's in West Africa, so I was able to introduce my business to her audience. Last night I was on the line with an educator. She's an educator going into business coaching. So I was able to speak with her audience about what I do and how it can help their business. And I'm just trying to jump on borrowing other people's audience at this point because my audience can only take me so far. Right now, my
Let's
big thing
go.
is to just learn more marketing. I think that's just my biggest thing. I just need to be able to get the message out and get in front of as many faces as I can.
Let's go. Congratulations. But that is marketing though, right? I remember we had this conversation. Dang, I don't even know how long ago that was at this point,
So
but so yeah, the congratulations.
thank you.
Oh, that's so awesome. Okay, so you said you had some questions about marketing. What about it? Let me know
I
what's
just
going on so that I can,
I just
really
need
get
to know what I guess I probably just need some more strategies to get in front of more people. Right now I just been, like I said, just collaborating and jumping on people podcasts. But what else can I be doing to get the message? Because I know what I have is something that if you're in business, most likely you need it, but it's just not landing as it needs to.
Gotcha. Okay, so one thing I would definitely consider if you're getting in front of the audiences, when you say it's not landing, do you mean you're not getting the conversions like you want? Or
Yeah.
okay, cool. So I would definitely consider two things. If you're getting in front of people and still not converting, I would consider, excuse me, my message first. That's the first thing I would look at. And the second thing is um, take another look at the audience, the method, right? So the message meaning, like, what are you saying to them about your business? And does it connect with what they're looking for when they go where you're going? So as an example, right? You for as far as systems goes, if I were talking to business owners or entrepreneurs, one thing that they all feel like they need is more time. So I would talk about how they could have more time and make more money, that kind of thing, right? If that's what that audience were interested in. If they were majority parents, like a lot of audience business owners, but they're also parents. So they want more family time. They want to create a legacy, right? They want something that can run without them so that they can go and do things with their family or their loved ones. You see what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
want to speak to
Speak their
their
language.
needs. I'm sorry.
No, I
Say
was
that
saying
again.
speak their language.
Exactly. So all of those things being true, you want to speak to the one that based on whoever it is that you're talking to. So that's the first thing I would look at is my message. And then if you look at your message and say, okay, well that should have spoke to them, but it didn't land like I thought it would, then I would start looking at the people, right?
Okay.
Like, who am I partnering with? And are these people really my ideal audience? I recently started working with NASDAQ and it has expanded my mind so much, right? Like,
Mhm.
just in a very, very short period of time, literally. And I started thinking, like, okay, if I want, when I started this, I wanted to help people who were just starting out. But the truth is I had opposing views. Like, the people that I wanted to help and the price that I needed to charge were conflicting. They didn't go together at all whatsoever. Okay?
Okay.
Because the people that I was trying to help couldn't afford what I was trying to help them do. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So you have to make sure too that the two things that you're doing aren't conflicting with each other. as an example, when I first started this, uh, I wasn't I wasn't doing marketing, but I was saying that I wanted to help people who were struggling, but I needed them to pay a premium.
Mm-hmm.
Those two things don't go. You see what I mean?
Okay, I
Like
get.
those two people don't exist in the same space. If they're struggling because they can't pay a premium.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
it may be that like if you create systems and the people you're talking to are just getting started, they may not feel like they need systems right now. They may
Mm-hmm.
not feel like they have a system to create. They may not have a system to make. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, that
Versus
makes.
someone who's been in business for a while, who feels like as an example, I was talking to one of my clients and he said, we've been at this for a few years now and I'm at a place where I can't go anymore without being hands-on. Someone like that who you could say, hey, you really don't have to be hands-on. If you create this system, it could take you further than you are now without having so big of a gap before you have to make the jump. Does that make sense?
Yes, a lot of sense.
Okay, cool. So I would definitely look at those two things: my message, and who it is that I'm talking to. Even though they're business owners, they may not be your business owners.
Correct. Thank you.
Of course, of course. So the vet, I can see you're still on. Um, where are you with your big three? Can I bring you back on?
Oh, okay,
Where are you with
great.
your big three?
I'm struggling a little bit, but I did get a chance to talk to at least 4 women about the conference idea. And one of them was really receptive about maybe participating. So they were all encouraging though. Um, let's see, on the 3 jobs thing, I did get an opportunity. I got one of my colleagues that I work with who was a graphic designer. She sent me 2 event planning jobs. So I responded to those, and then I found a website, the Mom Project, which offers mostly remote contracts at a higher rate. So I am trying to be a little bit more strategic and coming up with my cover letters for those because those are really good opportunities. Um, I kind of got sidetracked a bit because I, saw this amazing job with the Congressional Black Caucus, which would be awesome, but that would take up all my time and probably require me to be on site. So I really have to look at those things that I'm targeting to be remote so that I can actually get them done.
Okay, awesome. Go ahead.
And then
I'm sorry.
and then with regard to the I haven't made as much progress on the internet exposure thing, but I'm meeting with someone tonight that can help me probably get a landing page done free. So so that's where I am.
Okay. Now you said you were struggling, so what's up with that? Tell me what's going on.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I didn't.
You said you were struggling, so what's the struggle? Sound like
The
moving to
struggle,
me.
I know. So the struggle is, I don't know, probably just fear. I really want to get this done, but I want, um, the jobs. It's hard to write those cover letters that are all like uh, very specific because I have to really include like my accomplishments in the other ones and even in their different industries. So I have to speak to experience that I may not have. It may be tangential, but not, specific. So it takes time to write those. So I have to like actually think about them. And I mean, I'll probably get quicker doing it once, I'm getting started. But yeah, it's a little bit more than a notion.
Gotcha. Gotcha. The thing is, the phrase of the week is keep going, right?
Right.
And here's the thing, I'm a believer that everything is hard when you're getting started.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is hard when you're just starting. So just keep doing it. The other part of that is, the other thing you said that stuck out for me is that you're trying to get someone to do a landing page.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get stuck in the details of the thing, right? You want to just start, just jump in, feet first, and get moving. Don't feel like you have to have this fancy thing. When I first started, I literally had a Zoom and a PayPal page. That is all. And that's how I made my first 10, 15K. Literally. Zoom and PayPal. Okay, so don't feel like you have to have all these nice fancy things, because the full disclosure is that's not the case at all. Okay, so just jump in, do it now, do it boldly, be brave, because everybody in here, all the thinkers in here, all the planners and plan to plan and replan and plan again, the professional procrastinators in here know that that website is gonna be an excuse to not get started if you let it be. Okay, so don't even let it get that far. Just jump in anyway. Website, no website, doesn't matter. It's talking to people. Start getting in front of people. Start creating those partnerships. How is that part going? You said you
I'm
talked to people about being a part of the conference, but the conference is a ways away. What about between now and then?
Well, I talked to a colleague who had done graphic design for me before, and
Mhm.
she's actually looking for work. So that was encouraging, because she was actually the one that sent me the event planner jobs. So I talked to her about my vision for getting like the 3, I'll call them contracts.
Mhm.
And she was so supportive. I mean, because if I do that, then I can send some work her way. We've worked together, we collaborate very well together, and we had a really good conversation. So that was really encouraging. So I at least feel like, I have support, and I have really good support, because she's an amazing woman. She's just older, and she hasn't, gotten as much work these days as she'd like. So I look at it as an opportunity to be able to help her as well.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So now I want you to create partnerships to get in front of people, right? So not just partnerships to get the work done, create strategic partnerships in order to get the word out. Hey, this is what I'm doing,
Hmm.
and this is how that's going. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, so not just to get the work done, but also to put it out there like, hey, I'm doing this, I am working, this is what that looks like.
Networking. Hmm.
Exactly. But publicly.
Yes, ma'am. Publicly. Okay. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out.
No, I mean, like, get in front of some people. Like Nicolette gave a great example with podcasts and that kind of thing. You want to partner with people to, you don't want to be the one sending work. You want people to be sending work now, right?
Right.
So you want those mutually beneficial partnerships as well. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, so it's gonna be for you to have how many? At least 3 of those next week.
Okay. Well, at least I get a week this time. Instead of 2 days. 2 days.
All right.
All right.
Around these parts, we don't play.
I see.
All right. I'm feeling a little competition-y. How do y'all feel?
Here you go.
Come on, TK. You not feeling very competition-y this week?
No, because I'm at a disadvantage.
Hey, listen, I don't believe in disadvantage. You already know.
No,
All
I was
right.
gonna say I wanted to ask you about something.
Okay, go.
So there's this conference. It's a huge conference on like
Mhm.
Black mental wellness. Like the
Mhm.
brand is huge. The conference is big, and they're looking for speakers. There's a call for speakers, and you apply. I'm applying, but I have a lot of it's like I'm stuttering to actually take that step, if that makes sense. And I
Mhm.
don't normally stutter like that. So I guess that's maybe a more question for myself to figure out like why am I stuttering to apply for this wellness conference. And they're literally like what they literally say is they're looking for Black speakers who speak on imposter syndrome. And I'm like,
Mm.
that's me. And I'm literally like, ugh, like I'm hesitant to apply. I
So
don't know
why are
why.
you hesitant, TK?
I don't know
You know
why.
why. You do.
Maybe I think it's because I haven't done anything that big yet. Like I've done small things, a small conference, but I think it's because it's a huge stage with a lot of folks. So I don't know.
So previously, I kept saying that I wanted to go into companies and I wanted to work with CEOs and their teams as far as creating a new version of work-life balance, right? Um, I wanted to do, I don't know, I wanted to just bring a whole new meaning to what it means to enjoy what you're doing, right? But then when it came time to do it, I was like, who am I? Right? Until it wasn't until I actually did it, until I actually got in front of someone and they said yes, that I was like, oh crap, it's happening. I can really do this, right? Like this is really a thing that I could get paid for. Um and saying that to say you won't get over it until you do it. The fear won't leave you. The feeling won't leave you unless you keep going. Unless you get out there in front of those people and say what you say, do what you do, and be completely who you are. So
Right.
you fill out the application.
No, I looked at the application yesterday to see everything. There's some things I got to get together before I could apply.
All right, what we got
I
to
did
get
look at
together
the
before we
application.
apply? Huh?
My talking points and stuff, like my actual presentation.
So you got to have the whole presentation before you apply?
No, not the whole presentation, just like points, different things like that. Like it's they want to know what my topic would be, what areas would I focus on, like those things.
All
Yeah,
right.
abstract. I got to get that together.
But you already know that. So when we applying by the end of the day?
No, I have to put it together, put my presentation. It won't be today because I have doctor's appointments and stuff, but I'll have it done by Monday. But it won't be
Monday.
today.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, we both had the same day in mind. All right, great. Monday. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me. You know I'm gonna be bothering you Monday, asking you about this, right?
I know.
All right.
That's why I brought it up for accountability. Because I think one of the things that for me, I know I need, not that I'm not able to hold myself accountable because I am, it's just having that extra push.
All right. I'm gonna ask you. All right. On Monday. All right. So what else you got? That's one. Big three. What's your other two? We over our time now. TK.
Let me think about that for a minute.
All right. Big three. We going around. Alicia, Devette, Nicolette, anybody, feel free to hop up, hop in, however you want to say it, and give your big three for this week.
I'm going to be more intentional about the people that I approach to try to get in the people that I approach. I just want to be more intentional to make sure that it's mutually beneficial. Because I'm gonna be honest, in the past, I probably just, oh, okay, you got a podcast, okay, yeah, let me jump on. But like you said, they may not be the right people, the right audience. So I'm gonna be more intentional about that and make sure that I approach. I try to approach at least 2 people a week and just make sure that those people are more intentional. I guess I need to do maybe like 3 videos next week of like free information, because I've been giving like a lot of value to people to like learn and start automating their business for free. And I don't know what else. Give me one.
Wait, you said how many videos you gonna make?
Maybe about 3 a week.
Okay. So 3 videos, and how many people you approaching this week?
I said 2, but I mean, I can go harder. You know, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm gonna push you, and I'm gonna say 3 to 5
Okay.
of the right people though this time.
Okay.
So you pick the number 3 to 5.
Let's say 4. That's a magic number.
Right.
4.
Okay, I got a strategy.
All right, I'm coming to you, Alicia. All right, Nicolette, last one. That's 2. So I got 3 videos. I got 4 people to outreach, 4 of the right people.
And I'm gonna go with one you told me before that I haven't done. Invite 50 people to my Facebook group, because that's where I do give a lot of value. And so I need to invite at least 50 people to my group.
All right, awesome. So I said I was feeling kind of competition-y, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're gonna do first to 50 this week. All right. And then all right, so TK, you doing out your application, that's 1. Alicia, what you got?
Okay, so my strategy is gonna be I'm in Chicago. We have a lot of festivals. And I know the season is kind of coming to an end. And we'll be going into a new season soon. You know, that's in the fashion industry, so everything changes by season. But I'm gonna pull up and see what seasons we have left for summer, and then I'm gonna reach out to those festivals and see, at least just find out how I could make my brand available to some of those festivals. Because I've been noticing a lot of smaller brands doing that, and even I don't want to diminish my hope, but just to find out how I can be a part of those brands, a part of
There you
those events, because that's where a lot of my customers come to shop with me. Oh, I'm going to such and such event. I'm like, I didn't even know they had that going on. Where's that? And so if I can get in front of those people, clearly my customers are already there. Those would be some real big threes right there if I could do that.
All right, so how many are you reaching out to?
Well, I don't know how many festivals are left, but I'm gonna try to find at least four
All
four
right.
big ones.
Okay, so 4 festivals. That's
Yeah.
one, and then we're doing first to 50 this week. For anybody who doesn't know, first to 50 is where we invite 50 people to whatever you choose. So for me, I'm going to invite 50 people to my email list. What are you going to invite 50 people to, Alicia?
Um, my TikTok page. That's what I'm gonna invite 50 people to. Actually, um, I have to completely start my TikTok page over, so that's gonna be a lot of people. um, I don't know. I got to think about that.
All right, so with first to 50, we try to invite people to things that we own, right?
Okay.
Because you can be able to contact people outside of any other social media or any, you see what I'm saying?
Okay. Um, I got this idea that I want
Hmm.
to do when I get new merchandise. I want to create a group within my business of people who spend X amount of dollars, right? Like people who spend at least $200 a month with me. And I called it the golden ticket. I never did this idea, but I always said I wanted to do it. I just didn't have the courage to do it. Um,
Hmm.
and just give them a set date and time, like Thursday at 7 o'clock. We'll do a Zoom meet where I can, I'm gonna judge it up a little bit, but just show you what new merch came in and give you the opportunity to get it first at a discounted price. Um, that's something I want to invite 50 people to. But getting them to spend the $200 to be invited into that VIP group.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so you're inviting 50 people to your golden ticket
VIP
thing,
group.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, cool. And then, all right, you say you're restarting your TikTok completely. So how many posts you doing on there?
3 posts a day. I noticed that when I do more than three, I don't get really good reach. I had
Okay.
my TikTok was going. Okay, my TikTok was. Oh, I'm about to sound so old. My TikTok was juking. Okay, and I um I was on the phone with Shopify. I don't know if you guys do Shopify, but they always trying to help you. And he was like, "You." I was like, "Oh, I didn't know this TikTok had a. I mean, Shopify had a TikTok channel." They were like, "Yeah, you can sign up." And I was like, "I don't want to because I don't want to turn my account into a business account." He's like, "Oh no, you can. You'll be able to keep your personal account and do it." So I did it, and of course, I was able to keep my personal account. But in order to use the business features, it kind of converted me to a business account. So when I went to like make a video and add one of the popular sounds, the trending sounds, it's like, no, you can't do that. And I was like, dang it,
Gotcha.
didn't mean to do that. So when I tried to convert it back, I lost like all my organic reach. Like it won't show my videos to anybody. So I was like, my videos were doing like 100,000 views easy. They like 96 views now.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
I had to like completely start my channel over, like literally get a whole new phone because TikTok, from what I understand, can literally read your IP address from your phone. Even if you make a whole new account with a whole new email, they still know it's you. So I had to get a new phone and restart. The good thing that I've learned about TikTok is if you make good content, it will reach people. It's just up to them to
Right.
show it to people. So I'm
Right.
that's something I'm doing probably today is going to get a new phone and just starting my TikTok channel over because it literally makes no more sense to keep creating content for the account that I have now.
Okay. So I got you for your big 4 festivals, TikTok, restart TikTok 3 times a day, and 50 invites to Golden Ticket, right?
Yep.
All right. TK. Okay, 3 videos with call to action for research. Your
Yeah, I've been sitting
application.
over here doing the also ask and answer the public. So I got new content that I think is going to be better than what I've been doing. Not that my content wasn't bad. I just don't think that I was actually answering the questions. I was just doing so. I'm doing that. Um, the application and 50 people to my email list.
All right. Awesome. All right. And lastly, you can hit stop camera and it might help with the whole internet thing, the vet.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna set up I'm gonna get online. I'm gonna do 20 applications, and
What do you mean when you say get online?
I don't know, like I will have a page up, some kind of page that talks about the services that I offer and the solutions I provide to helping my target audience.
Okay, so one thing about a page is a page don't make money.
All right, so what do I need to do?
So how are you gonna talk? What people are you gonna talk to? How are you gonna talk to people? Right? So how are you gonna get in front of people? Everything about the big 3 involves items that make money, right? Inviting people, talking to people, getting in front of people. Does that make sense? So what people are you gonna get in front of? What people are you gonna talk to? What people are you gonna invite? You see what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yes, but I'm targeting nonprofit people. So one of the issues is, that I've had is because I do marketing, I don't want to have something online that doesn't look super professional. And so I'm not trying to target mid-tier businesses or small businesses or entrepreneurs. I'm really trying to target nonprofit executive teams. So,
Okay, so instead of sending them to something online, nonprofit executive teams, why not say, I'm going to speak with, so how many nonprofit executive teams can you speak with this week? You can talk to them by phone. You don't need a website for that.
Exactly.
So how many?
4.
All right. So 20 applications for nonprofit exec teams, and first to 50, you're going to invite 50 people to 50 nonprofit executives to your what?
I don't have any, I'm not going to do that. I'm not ready to do that yet. I need to talk. Invite them to what?
You can
just my goal is to get 3 contracts. So, and I want to do that through listings, through their, like I told you, I found this website, the Mom Project, where they have all of these remote I'm looking for 3 remote contracts.
Okay. And you say you're doing 20 applications, right?
Yeah.
All right. And what's your third thing?
My third thing. Um, I don't have 3. I have to have 3. I don't know. I don't know. 3. My third thing. I don't have a third thing. So I guess my online presence could be maybe some of the like a portfolio. I don't know, but I can't do that in a week.
Okay. So do you plan to, just for looking forward, do you plan to apply for contracts every time? Like, this is how you want to conduct business from here on?
No, this is for a for the purposes of a Jumpstart.
Okay. So I would say if filling out the application is just for the purposes of Jumpstart and this is not how you intend to conduct business from here on, then I would definitely say you want to create a network of people, people that you can stay in contact with so that you won't always have to do this. Otherwise, when otherwise you'll be forced to do this every time. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So that's the purpose of First to 50. I know you say you don't want to do it, but even if you don't get all 50, it's still a good thing to start thinking forward.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So just start talking to people and inviting people to talk with you.
Okay.
That's as simple as it. It's not it's not as daunting as it may seem.
Okay.
It's just a conversation, okay?
Okay. All right. So 20 apps, talk to as many people as possible. And what was the second one? I couldn't.
So I have 50 chats for you, 20 applications, and 4 nonprofit exec teams.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Cool. So everybody got their big 3 because I got them and they all written down. All right. So for me, my entire big 3 consists of one. I am going to be reaching out to 8 more people for partnership. 2, I am going to be, instead of First to 50, I'm going to be inviting 250 people to my email list. Y'all want to join my email list?
Yeah.
Sure, yes.
And then, okay, have a good day, TK. Oh, and then, for me, third thing is, Oh, I have some VIP client meetings I have to do. As they will lead to some other partnerships, hopefully. All right. So everybody got their big three. Let's pray out real quick, and then we will have an amazing week.
Can I tell you something quickly that popped into my head when we first got on?
Of course.
And you were talking about oh my goodness. Well, basically, a few years ago, I don't even know how I came across this video. I must have been listening to a course that he was selling. But this guy who was selling courses about whatever subject it was, he was talking about how he sold the courses or how he packaged selling the courses to other people, right? And he said that there were so many people who couldn't afford the courses that he was selling. And he was like, everybody can afford something, right? You might not be able to afford a $500 course, but you might be able to afford a $50 course. So what he did was he tiered it, right? He started to tier it, and he might start with a $25 course. And, you know, if that course was packed with enough good information to help people build their businesses, then eventually they'd be able to afford a $100 course. And then, so he just, instead of saying, I can't charge anything, so I can't reach any of these people to purchase these courses, I'm going to tier it, even if I have a free course. And eventually, what I'm telling you to do is going to be able to build you up to afford the next tier.
Right.
So
Right.
I just remembered that when you were talking earlier. So I wanted to say that while it was fresh in my brain.
I'm actually working on something similar. So, wow, that's crazy. I'm working on something similar, an idea pretty close to that. There's going to be probably a planner or journal, and then there's going to be a group, and then there's going to be kind of like done for you marketing. That's what's in the works right now. So it's crazy that you said that. That's actually what I've been working on. So it's coming. It's happening.
It's happening. That's the most important thing. It's happening. Okay. I just wanted to
All
say
right,
that.
y'all.
So, yeah.
No, I appreciate you. All right, so God, you know all, and you have seen all. This week, just help us to keep going the way you want us to go. Wisdom, clarity, direction. Send it all our way. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
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 All right, y'all. I hope y'all
Thank
have an
you,
amazing
ladies.
week.
You too.
And I will be talking to y'all soon. Sorry, we went way over today.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Of course, of course.